Tobago, Rundle Fields here, Single Fathers Association. First of all, I must extend gratitude to the police service for inviting me to this special event here today. Some of the youths from Chrissie Terrace here in the enterprise community. You see we've done work in the Dash Trace community with the Dash Trace Youth Empowerment. They've been going so good. They've pulled together in the community. They started putting these events in the community because they want change. This is what these fellas want in the community, change. And when I came here today, I met these gentlemen here as well from Chrissie Terrace, and they've expressed the same. They want change in the community. They want to see goodness in the community. We're studying. Yes, they say the past has affect certain things, but we're talking about the future going forward. I've spoken to these men. These fellas looking for jobs. These fellas looking for opportunities. Some of them skilled. Some of them have children. One of them tell me he's a father, teacher, and he has no roof on the house properly. So we really need to really see what support we could get. I must commend the TTP yesterday, commend the commissioner, commend the senior super, the central division for having all the ministries here today. The Ministry of Social Development, the Ministry of Labour was here as well, the inspectorate was here. They took a lot of these guys' numbers and information, but we want action on these numbers and information. These fellas, we are accustomed going to the community, we are accustomed with our councillor going here and saying this and saying that and saying the other. But it's action. And I'm really impressed that all these youth men are gathered and they're willing to say, yeah, what, we want to earn something the right way, do something the right way. I wanted to share this video, I wanted to push this video because you know the stigma enterprise is that enterprise bad, enterprise this, enterprise that, whoever. I born and grew in Central, I used to bounce ball all over here. So I know to myself, it has goodness here too. These fellas just need a little forward, these fellas just need a little push, just need a little encouragement. These fellas show me the kind of respect when I go in Prime Minister office and this office and that office. They show the same level of respect, they show the same level of decorum that they could go and stand in big places and have big speeches the same way. And that's why I'm encouraging them to do. Not to sit down all the time and look for a man to give a hand out, but to come together as a group and to decide, just like how the Dash Trace Youth Empowerment decided, hey what, we coming together as a group and do goodness in the Dash Trace community. These fellas ready to do the same thing in Tobago Road. You understand? These are Tobago Road fellas. They're here by the Chrissie Terrace Pavilion because they even have their own pavilion for themselves in Tobago Road. You understand? It's a state land all over the place. I don't know if they have place there as well, but they need to have these youths doing something. I know the power of sport. Sport is a big deterrent of crime. Social services is a big deterrent of crime, and we had to help them. We had to get them. Once they make this step to come forward, saying crime to say none of these fellas are no criminal. People like to twist words and say X, Y, Z. But long and short of the story, once I see a youth trying to make a change, it's empower me. I just walk downstairs and them fellas had a rap, and I forget about all the grammar and the minister and the mayor and whoever was upstairs there, and I started a rap on these fellas level. Because I know how it is to come from nothing, because I come from nothing. I come from drinking in Tampico bottle and selling CDs on the street. I was no businessman just so. So I know all of these fellas here have the same capability and the same potential to do the same thing. Sometimes they just need that encouragement and for somebody to see a little sparkle in their eye. This is Akil here. These fellas are doing a little farming and thing. They want a little start. They want a little support. I see they had the fair share up there that came up from the Ministry of Labour, I believe, that made them sign up for jobs, made them sign up for small businesses. I'm making a call, Jennifer Batiste, the minister. I'm calling on you to really emphasize, let people emphasize and follow up on these calls. We don't want Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week come, and the fellas don't even get a little call of encouragement. That would just demotivate them. I on the ground with them kind of fellas right through. They come out with a heart to say, boy, let me really look for a change, and they do get it. We had to find a way to change things. These fellas is the fellas who will change. Once they change, the youth underneath there, once we get them to support us, they will get the youth, they will get the young, the old to come out. That is how we are. That's the deterrent for crime we need to look for. So I'm making a call on these ministries in the Ministry of Labour. All these CPEP gang, all these things. CPEP was supposed to come, I think they couldn't get to come. These fellas willing. They're willing. They tell us any of the issues all the fellas having box drain. Because there are some infrastructural issues too.
Well, we are plenty little problems in the back by we understand. We could do it little box drain. We could do it little assistance with jobs that are many little youths when the day reaches just be on the road all day. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Ministers is passed, people is make promises, you understand what I'm saying? Because the label in the back by we as a hot spot. So people doesn't want to come in the back there and deal with us now, boy. They say, well, a government minister will come in the back there.
But I hear nothing can happen to me.
Well, that's why I'm saying, so we just have it kind of hard in the back there, you understand? And as you can see, there are plenty of we here, you understand? But
So
as you
amongst
can
the
follow
little
job
team,
and assistance.
right, amongst all the little team, you say box drain and thing. You don't have labourers, all you have masons.
Yeah, we are laborers, we are masons, painters, welders, everything. You name it. You understand? Many of the youths here have skills, we just don't have jobs. You understand? And that will be asking for one of them. That will be asking for.
I'm sure everybody have a skill. If it's welding, if it's painting, if it's tiling, mason work, anything, we have anything.
But you tell me a little car wash too. You understand?
Tell me in the car wash. Look at my brother here have a little farm. Everybody here, we have something. We just
so we trying to be on a more positive level to prevent and stop the crime what taking place in the area.
And I agree with that.
You understand?
Employment is a big part of that.
Yeah,
and as I tell you, I say, as a man, people in Trinidad know me. I tell in Trinidad, if there's any video I'll ever share before, share this video. Because this is where my heart is. This is how we go stop the crime.
Yeah, if the youths occupied with jobs when they reach, you can't afford to end up in crime and certain other activities, you understand?
And you see, just as I come out, and I tell all you straight, I say all the fellas are my support once I know all the fellas showing the right thing. Because the next generation coming up, watching all the fellas.
Yeah, well, we're willing to work with all and give all that support.
That is what we're talking about.
Understand? We're willing to work with all
the little younglings coming up, they look up to all and they expect to say, well, I will be like that man, but that man is a true soldier. Because all these men who they don't see, they don't see the ministers, they don't see the prime minister, they don't see what all they do. And that is what they just follow. So all is as the leaders in the community, once they see goodness and they see, yeah, well, I could make this happen, we do it. I come out and say, with no passes the same way.
one thing we want to do.
Plus two, I want them stop, let people feel the place bad and come and see how nice the place is. Or come and see how nice the place is. Some people don't come out and come and see how nice the place is.
But it's stigma what trying to get the bad day like it.
Come and see how nice the place is.
Nobody in dying in the bad day, nobody in getting robbed in the bad day, understand what I'm saying?
And that's all the fellas are even promote it to even more and keep it that way and push it out. And when all they form, all they self and put in a group and put the positivity outside, because that is what we're doing with that streets now. So people, they are 10, they are cricket 10 over cricket, they are curricule, barbecue, emancipation, they are big celebration on the savannah by them. So that is the kind of thing that I had to see coming out of the community, so that people don't know here what these fellas have goodness in them. These fellas were right in them.
Out of all the people and things, I want to thank you.
No problem, man, no problem.
Senior Superintendent, Mr. McIntyre, and
important.
Corporal Small. We want to thank these men because these are the men who really come into town.
Yeah, who come and give me that hearing, who come and give me that hearing and that understanding.
Come and hear and
understand?
talk to me.
Mr. Smalls is a man stand up with us plenty. You understand?
You
Mr.
want
Smalls?
to associate the Corporal Small, Senior Superintendent, Mr. McIntyre. These are the people who we want to say all the thanks for. All these people who come and talk to me now. And really forward and
this Corporal Small here, as well. I mean, Corporal Small work with us together at the Dash Street as well. I mean, and we understand Corporal Small is actually the man who even brought the Dash Street initiative to us, and he see by fields away jumping that. And I got the Kunupia Business Chamber involved and them jumping that. And then he come back again, he say, but I had a pat on your shoulder again in no field. He said that something's wrong, and they see Chrissie Terrace Tobago Road, and we jump out. But at the time, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, I wasn't able to come then. But when I come here, and I was glad I hear all the talking on the outside. I like fellas to be real. You see that fella in the back there? I like how he was real. You understand? I like real people. So when I was able to hear some of the things going on, I said, now we had to really come in the back here and really, I like all the fellas do. I like the positivity. All the fellas want to put out.
What the media,
well, to be honest, Commissioner of Police, for park, he want to make every place in Trinidad and Tobago safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that is only right.
And he wants you to partner with the residents, you want you to partner with the stakeholders, we want everybody to work together to bring about positive change in communities. You understand? So that is the reason why we walking door to door in the enterprise area. There's an initiative started since Carnival. Yeah. And we want everybody on board because it's positivity. And once there's positivity, there's hope for betterment.
Well said. So I mean, I must say Corporal Small, you are an important man in the central community. I know your heart involved in this. I don't work with men who heart not involved. You see shooting, you know that too. I don't be in no shooting. And it's because of the commitment this man have and the passion and the love for communities that people do already. Is that what get me involved as well? And I see me. I like to see brothers do better. Because I come from the gutter too, so I know it is. You understand what I'm showing you? I come from the gutter 10 years ago, nobody didn't know me. You understand? So that is it. So all the fellas had the strength within all themselves to do that. All they had the ideas and all their brain to execute, and sometimes that little jump start that you need to go there. And I mean, I will help all you push it out there. Once we flying straight, we flying straight. And I come out to all you, I hope all you come out to us.
This can happen in any part of enterprise. We're not segregated and saying we work with this street or
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We're working with all of enterprise.
Once they are there,
To make this thing happen today, Sergeant Lucian, she played a real important role too in causing it to happen. And you know, we just work together as a team, the whole community police department, all the officers, the community police, under the guidance of Mr. McIntyre. I had to mention Inspector BDC, is the Inspector Community Police, he always give us his support also. But most of we who on the ground, we understand, we could relate to what we all saying, and we just want to support in a positive way, to bring about a positive change.
Well said. So finally, I want to make sure the minister here, these fellas, the Minister of Labour, we want to make sure, I mean, these fellas want to show a change, the CPEC, whoever in charge of CPEC, the CEO, whoever, these fellas willing to make a promising start, not only just looking for a little CPEC work too, there's some of them with business ideas as well, for little small businesses, small companies. We also just say these fellas alone, all they can do is do CPEP and do, some of them have good business plans and they want a little start, they had a little farm, they had a little fishery, there's fishermen, whatever, and these are the things that are making money too. And you're talking about diversification from oil and all this natural gas. I mean, if you have farmers in our community, support them, support the farming industry, even right in enterprise here. You know, as an intelligent fella, I will tell all you what to do, you know. Long and short of the story, you need to reach out to these fellas because they're making an effort. And that is good enough. That is a good enough start. And I tell them, I give them a commitment from my heart. And I watch everybody here as big men. And I'm hoping it's the same thing. All of these wants.
Yes,
you understand what I'm
we're
showing
willing to
them?
work with all here.
Well said. And we here, all the fellas willing to liaise with we. Because you find when you go to the ministry, a la la and a dance and a whatever, we go and do the talking. We commit ourselves to that. I commit myself to that. To do the talking on behalf of all the fellas because I want to see all the fellas have a bright future. I tell you that from my heart of whatever it is.
Mr. Small is a man since he tell me anything at all. He never
always, that is the kind of fella he is. That is the kind of fella he
If he
is.
tell me boy I'm coming back tomorrow, he coming back tomorrow.
Well said.
So we can stand up on that, you understand?
Right. So I mean, as I said, we waiting the names going in, the fellas register, they ask for some grants, put some of the fellas who have problems with the children, some of them have problems with gaining access, but I explained to some of the fellas already, it have certain policies that need to change, that some men don't get assistance for. But I go deal with that one next week. But for now, I mean the application for the grants and the application for the little jobs and the small businesses, because I just don't want them to get little small jobs. The fellas who have ideas for little businesses like farming and them things, I hope that the minister will really support them. Let me start here and see where it go forward. We come halfway to meet these fellas and I say this is not something just for Chrissie Terrace, Tobago Road, Dash Race Empowerment. It's where we get the love from and where them fellas say they want. We did. Anyway, throughout the whole enterprise, I go in anywhere in the country, was a matter of fact. Anyway, because I really want to see the youth step up. So, I mean, I ask everybody to share the video, put it around. I mean, this is something worthwhile of a share. I'll be sharing it to all the media houses because this is not even planned. And look how it happens so less. That is how the creator does work. You understand? That's true. Right? So blessings, man. Yeah.
Will I bring a little water for Mr. Small?